Hi, would you state your name, please?
Hello, Lawrence Cakes, retired Newark police detective.
I have a few questions for you. My questions are, my question number one is, do you feel that the police need to have better training on people with mental health issues after the incident that happened in Philly over the summer?
I feel that all police officers need to have extensive training, continuing training, I should say, continuing education about for people with mental illness. They should have training. It should be an in-service training. I would say at least twice a year. It would be kind of costly, but at least twice a year, so it would help them better understand and identify mentally challenged people.
Do you feel like them taking these courses would help reduce the large number of mentally ill people or disabled people being killed or harmed by the police?
That I do. Also, it would help if some of the officers that are particularly on the job, that they have better community training and get to know the community.
Do you feel that the police could possibly make strides in being less of a fear to the black community and other communities that are affected by the police?
Well, in my experience, the reason why people are fearful is because years ago when I joined the police department, I'm going over 30 years ago, and I've been retired now 10 years, but I should say 40 years ago, and I've been retired 10 years now. But when I became a police officer, we did what we call walk the beat. As time went on and police departments evolved into what they considered new policing, which is riding a radio car, it's better to always have a beat walking cop. And the beat walking cop sort of served as a community police, what they're trying to go back to now, or what several police departments have gone to. They call it now community policing, but we've been doing that all along. When you had cops that walk the beat, when police officers walk the beat, they get to know particular families. They know the inner dealings of the family, who's mentally challenged, who's not, and they get to even know the criminals in the neighborhood that they walk the beat on.
That's interesting. I never knew that until now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, community policing. They call it community policing, but when I became a police officer, you weren't even allowed. As a new police officer, you weren't even allowed to get into a radio car. Your job was to go out, and in Newark, New Jersey, I walked the beat. And my walking the beat, I knew everybody. It took a little while, but I got to know who the criminals were the people in the street selling drugs. I got to know who the decent people were and their families. So it served as a buffer when we responded to a call, or if we needed assistance to something, we knew, okay, that's so-and-so. He has a mental problem. So it's better if they have a police officer, to me, this is just my opinion, that community police, well, they call it community policing, but cops walk in the beat and get to know the community. Yes.
Do you feel that having mental health people, meaning people who specialize in therapy or psychiatry, will help with the training for mental health and have a better understanding and to know the signs of when somebody is having a mental health episode or a psychotic episode? And would you say that that would help?
If they were with the police while they're working?
If the police got trained to know the cues of when somebody was having a mental health issue or a psychotic episode.
Oh yes, most definitely. most definitely, because right now you really don't have training. Well, as far as when I left the police department, when I retired, we didn't have training to train us towards mental patients. You had to be a little bit astute yourself to find out or know what an episode was, if someone was having it or not. And some cops aren't streetwise. Then you have police officers that aren't from the community.